Da 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 da. Do, 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 do. Whirlith! Good to see you. How you been? How's Texas? Ba da 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 ba da. No. No, it's hot. Is it hot? Is it hot in Texas? Newsflash. Yeah, no, that checks out. It's actually like unseasonably mild in Los Angeles. I'm not trying to rub it in. Don't worry, it's going to be unseasonably hot in like November or so. More humid than hot. It was weirdly humid last week. Like it was only like the first day that we built on the balloon build for ComicCon on Tuesday. It was like high 70s. But humid, which was not okay. Yes, it's still there. My cousins in Denmark still rock the shirt. RC! Ah! I'm blasting out my microphone. Good to see you, RC. Too hot and humid. Yeah, no. So apparently New York, also hot and humid. Whirlith, does that make you feel better? New York City. Yet it is! And yet it is. Happy Monday. Thank you. Welcome back to you as well, at least back to this stream. Amy Roberts, hello, hello. It does not make you feel better, huh, Whirlith? I thought misery loved company. No, I guess not. I guess not. Not knowing that everyone else is miserable as well. 91 without humidity with its 95. It was very recently that I fully internalized like how much difference a degree is. I used to, just be like, oh, it's too hot in here. I'll put the thermostat down like 2 or 3 degrees. And I'm like, why does it feel so different? Because like a single degree contains a lot of difference, especially at the high end of things. Ooh, Whirlith standing setup. It's nice, huh? I mean, I don't know if you have my issues, but I might recommend compression socks, although in the extreme heat, maybe not. Who knows? 99, 95, 81, 75. See, now that is reasonable. Tired and cranky when it gets too hot. It is going to be hot in LA in autumn. I mean, it is. I'm not saying it's not hot right now. What is it here? 73. I mean, it's only 10:30 a.m. It looks like it's going to get to a high of like 86. Cakewalk. Cakewalk, my friends. Tomorrow, 88. Wednesday, 89. Next week, Wednesday is going to be 98. So, we'll be having it. Hello, MS Gamer. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. An anti-fatigue mat. Love those. Very, very useful, especially if you're going to do the no shoes thing for nice breathability. Your feet's got to breathe, Flava. Everybody's working for the weekend except Flava, who's working for February. Those 2 days. And if it's not a leap year, do you miss out on one of them? Very rude and snappy. 70 to 80 without humidity. Whew. And with, just get right out. Hey, time roller, whoops. What up with you? Oh, Amy Roberts, neither can. I'm very excited. Richie, 23 Celsius. I don't know what that translates to because I'm an American. And we don't We can't be bothered, you know. Can't be bothered. But wait, -5. No. What? No. I hope not too, Flava. I would never. Okay, I was going to say RC. I'm like, hang on. 73.4. That's lovely. That sounds lovely. All right, friends. I'm back. That was is my mic too hot? Hot mic. I worked approximately 12 hours on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, I worked approximately 12 hours, then proceeded to drive 2.5 hours down to San Diego. Then woke up at 7:30. Left the place we were staying at 8:30. Left the place we were staying at 8:30. Drove to the hotel downtown San Diego on the first day of Comic-Con. And I didn't get home until 3:10 a.m. It was nice. It was nice. Ouch! Look, I mean, you know, you do what you could do. Ooh, Amy Roberts 86, but it feels like 97. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. 102 with only 52% humidity. That's like generous. Yikes. Annie! Oh, why is my... Oh, because I turned off... I moved the overlays over. Hang on, I can do this. And this one. Thank you for reminding me. Not that that was your intent. But you did. Now I've got my alert. Thank you so much, Annie. Made it look at that. Annie made it 21. 6 months on a 6-month streak. And that means, of course, that you are eligible for subscriber gratitude. When are we going to do subscriber gratitude, Shana? Wow. Great question. So here's the deal. Our son is now, his day camp situation has ended. It ended last week. It was the last day on Friday. And now we have like 2.5 weeks until school starts. First grade. Ugh. Whoo boy. So we have a little antsy mancy teensy weensy little child care decision to make. So probably what we'll be doing is a few IRL streams. So we're going to try and get out and about in the Los Angeles area with the family and do some streams around there so that we keep on our general stream schedule. We have streams on those days, but it won't be necessarily in the studio, because it's tricky to do that with both parents on the mic. And what do you just like abandon your 6.5-year-old? You can't do that. That's not allowed. So yeah, childcare deficit. There you go. Doxy, I am having a wonderful day. Oh, Richie. Yeah, no, this has been shockingly mild of a summer here in Los Angeles, which means we're probably in for 3-degree temperatures in like October, which is what it is. I remember the highest I've seen it living in this house was 116 Fahrenheit. That was bonkers. That was like you step outside and you're like, I am in an oven. I feel my flesh toughening, you know? Yeah, it's luckily not like that right now. And my heart goes out to all of you who are dealing with intense heat at this time. Cupcake, how you doing? Oh my gosh, are you so excited for the cruise? I know it's like not for a while, but I would be so excited. I'm so excited I'm not even going on the cruise. That's how excite-worthy that news was. Don't step. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love our new kittens. I love them so much. And the thing that they do is they walk on everything. You get used to Iggy because Iggy doesn't exactly jump onto tabletops. It's not really his thing, not really his bag, baby. But when you are a like 3-pound kitten, you're like, "Wah! Gravity does not affect me." And then you step on mommy's soundboard and like mute her or like trigger a sound effect. It's fine. We'll just have to figure out to make like a little kitty fence around it. I thought my child-proofing days were done. More the fool I. Wait till September for your child to go back to school. He starts year 1. Is that the equivalent of grade 1 for us? That would be like, usually I would say like 6 years old is first grade, 5 years old is kindergarten. Sassy girly. You are excited. Fantastic. More Vash. Hello. Wah, 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 wah. Oh no, ick. Ick in the heat is the worst. Like, it sucks to have a cold in the winter, but also you're like, bury me in blankets, give me hot soup, okay. But in the summer, when it's humid and you're like, and also my body is filled with fluid. Fluid on the outside, fluid on the inside, cannot win. It's no fun. I'm so sorry, Cupcake. So sorry. Just get it all out of your system so you feel so much better. Smaller size means bigger attitude. Yet it is. Okay, I see how it is. Yet it is, and yet it is. So all that to say, we'll be doing a couple, at least 2 IRL streams, and that's one of the points of order of this stream. Want to talk about what you all might be interested in seeing. Some options. Los Angeles Zoo. Which is a small zoo, but like that's fine for a stream when you've got like a 6.5-year-old who's slowly losing his patience. We've got the Hollywood Bowl, which is open to the public when there's not like actively a concert going on. Liz in the OC, bam bam, let's go, cheers. Thank you, Liz. Oh, it's so wonderful. Thank you for all of your support through the craziness that was last week. Liz, you're amazing. So the zoo is one. Hollywood Bowl, while empty, is another. They have like also a little museum there. Another option, Little Tokyo. Speaking of Liz and the OC, thinking about heading to that area. Very fun. Little shops and restaurants and just like a cute area. Also Alvera Street, which is sort of like a permanent outdoor street fair, like Mexican culture area. So we've got options, and we'll talk about that. You know, I mean, we're just getting started. We'll also recap the event, 5 to 6 years, if that helps. Yeah, I would say that would maybe be kinder for us, right? Is it year 1 like there's been no school before that, Richie? Sometimes also it's just labels. Who knows? Since our son's birthday was in November, late November, he tends to be one of the older kids in his grade. Although there's at least one who turned 7 in July, so he'll be starting first grade at 7 years old. Oh, Alvera Street is empty right now. That makes a lot of sense. Which would still maybe be interesting, not as beautiful as exciting to walk around. Ooh, Rose Bowl Flea Market. Yes. Oh, the hardest thing will be like to not buy all of the things. A Price is Right taping. I don't know if you're allowed to stream from inside of a taping, though. That's probably not so much. 6 in October. Yeah, it's kind of nice to be one of the older kids in the grade. I think so. The Grove slash the Farmers Market, another option, another option. Ooh, yeah. A studio tour. We'll have to see if they allow you to live stream. These are great ideas. Hang on. I should be writing these down. Hang on. Snailed it. I'm gonna write it down in this notebook Mr. Sharp gave me. Okay. So we were thinking about studio. Like, I know obviously Universal has a studio tour. That one's a little intense. And also expensive. But I think Warner Brothers has one that's like a little less of like I don't know what I would call it. Less of like more of an actual tour and less of like a ride. Oh boy. Kitties galore. Liam would be what you guys would call a kindergarten. So your son would be what, year 2? Nice. Year 2 for us. Fantastic. Oh yeah, the bus tours, double decker. Ojai. I wonder. I mean, I would love to take folks around Ojai. I guess a weekday would probably be best. Yeah. Ojai possibly. What else were we talking about? Rose Bowl Flea Market. Let me see. What else did we see? A Grove Farmers Market. Yeah, Cupcake, you just, oh my God, look at my little silhouette down there. You give yourself all the rest you need. Drink a lot of fluids, says me, right? I know. But that's how serious you know it is. Venice Beach, Santa Monica Pier. Ryoki! 49 months. What? Almost at 50. 7 times 7. Heyo, nothing more variant. Good to see you. Have you hugged a bridge today? Hype. Oh my gosh, Ryoki. That's incredible. 49 months. Let's all, you know what, Richie? I don't have my hydrate. Do you know what? I had a casualty of the ComicCon build, which is I lost my water bottle. But that doesn't mean I can't get a good old-fashioned mason jar of water. So hang on, I'm going to pop over to the kitchen, make that happen. Boop, boop, boo. Oh my gosh. So the first day of the build, I was so good at hydrating. You know, like I said, these were like 12-hour plus days. The first day of the build, Tuesday, I was hydrating like it was a game, which is exactly how my brain needs to think of it. I was like hydrating all the time. We streamed like 6 hours. You guys were good at reminding me to hydrate. My friend Rob the Balloon Guy, I was reminding him to hydrate. He was doing good. I felt great. I felt like I was in my 30s and I was just going strong. Day 2, not as good. I did hydrate some, and I was like, oh yeah, no, like I could tell I didn't hydrate as much, but I was like, I did just fine. And then that night, Wednesday night, when I was in San Diego, and this is like we got there around midnight, so I got to bed after like showering and brushing teeth and all that jazz, probably around like 12:30 or 1 a.m. And I could not sleep. I just had all these horrible, negative self-talk thoughts in my head. I don't know, like I feel like you all see me where I'm like, yeah, woo, everybody positive. But like also, but doctor, I am Pagliacci, right? I have a lot of self-doubt and anxiety, and boy, does it come out at night. And there's probably some kind of correlation between days when I don't hydrate as much. But I was just sitting there being like, I'm the slowest of all the builders. I'm holding everyone back. I've made bad life choices, just like all the great things you want to really think about when you're like, I have to wake up at 7:30 a.m. to work another massive day. After your second 12-hour day in a row, 14 hours if you count the driving. So, yeah, no, it wasn't great. I didn't get to sleep until at least 4 a.m. and then woke up at 7:30. So it was a fun day. The next day was great. I did much better the next day. When you get too tired, you spiral very easily and go, wait, I'm doing it again. Just sleep. And in the morning, you're back at life. I wish I was better at the hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some sleep in it. But I don't always do that. So, yeah. I had the smallest build there. I could be slower. Yeah, no. I definitely had the smallest build. For sure. Everyone else also had assistance. To be fair. No, but you know what? Molly really assisted me. She made the shoulders on my monsters. So, get a lot of stress, dreams, nightmares, and then wake up stressing. Yeah. Yeah, where you're like, I'm stressed out. Why? I guess I had a dream about that. Jabonkers. But it all worked out great. It all worked out fantastic. The event was a huge success. High fives all around. I edited together some of the photos and video that I took into 2 videos. That looks like 4, but it's actually 2. 2 videos. One video of the prep, and one video of the event. So I'm excited to show you guys. Okay, but first, let's read RC's paragraphs of the day. So RC had an entertaining moment this morning. You have an appointment coming up, and they used a bunch of automated AI stuff to remind you. So you have a voicemail where the AI goes, "Hi, I am an automated system, and this call is recorded. Please remind X that they have an appointment on that day." Okay, I'll remind X they have an appointment. "Hello, X. You have an appointment on this day. Please tell me if you accept this appointment." But you weren't there, so then repeat it for 2 minutes. It wasn't able to tell that no one was on the other line. "I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Can you repeat it?" "I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you. We'll send you to a customer service person." Then a real person says, "Hi, hello." 2 AIs and a real person faked out by a pre-recorded voicemail. 2 AI assistants trying to talk to each other. Yeah. As the kids probably no longer say, we're cooked. It's fine, probably. It's probably fine. Do you have one of those voicemails where you're like, "Hello? Uh-huh. Speaking. Just kidding. RC Maniac can't come to the phone right now." Or is it just like, "Yeah, exactly. Ryoki, no cap. No cap. For real, for real. For real." Oh boy. Yeah, look, I mean, maybe that's the best use of AI, is to talk to AI. There's a this is totally unrelated. There's a butcher shop, a local butcher shop near us. Have I talked about this before? I'm sorry if I have. I know I repeat myself a lot. Does that annoy you? Can you honestly tell me in chat if it's annoying when I repeat myself? I know I repeat myself a lot. Part of that is because you never know who's in chat at any given time, or who's lurking and not paying active attention. And so sometimes if you have news or you have a joke or whatever, you repeat it a lot. Also, part of it is just my brain likes to repeat things because I have I think I have a writer brain where I don't write. I'm not a writer, but I do like to refine thoughts into words. And sometimes when I hit on one I like, I'll just kind of keep that as an internal meme. I don't know. Anyway, Hey, hello, aloha. Referred by Donut King. I have the best voice. You haven't met my husband. But thank you, Sifrick. How shall I... Sifrick? How shall I refer to you? It's so nice to meet you, new friend. Variant, you personally apologize. Hi, can't reach the phone at the moment. That sounds pretty normal, but it's not an automated voice. They're like, that sounds like a human. Continue the message. Hydrate for better mental health. Indeed. Not annoying. Thank you. Thank you, friends. RC. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Phone trees are terrible. 0. Human. Human. Okay, so what about the butcher shop? Thank you, Flava. Pulling me back. Pulling me back. There's a local butcher shop near us. I like them. They're good. I don't shop there much because I'm not like butcher shop wealthy, but my in-laws do. For when we have like barbecue events or whatever, and it's great. And sometimes, like for my father-in-law, like a gift certificate there will be a great present for him because he loves to grill and cook. And I was trying to find out what their hours were, and I went to their website, and it is just everything that is wrong with AI. Everything that is wrong with AI. It's just a bunch of I would say word salad, but salad implies that it's healthy for you on some level. It's just word garbage, word slush, word individually they make sense, the words, but like it doesn't do the things that a website needs to do, like give you information, like hours, like location, like menu, like about like history. It's all just pure garbage. And like when you click on menu, which seems like a pretty straightforward place, section of a website for a place that serves food, that sells food items. You click on menu and it's just paragraph after paragraph about how sandwiches make you feel, how good times in summer barbecue, roast beef, chicken also, yes. I mean, it's just nonsense. It's not as nonsensical. It's just nothing. There's nothing there. They're like, location. We're close to everywhere. With a short drive walk from public transit, everything. They don't actually. It's terrible. I think that I get it. You're a butcher. You're like, I'm not a website designer. I got a friend who says they know how to AI a website. And I've heard that AI is like the future. So I'll be like, hey, okay, friend, you AI my website. And friend's like, yeah. Ticket, bam. And it's the worst. It actively dissuades me from giving my business to the store. Or like, actually, I feel bad for them. Like, I want to go in and tell them that their website is terrible. But then I don't want to be that person who's like, oh, I don't know. I'm just going to complain to you. That'll do a lot of good. Meh und meh. Thank you. 2 whole years. Feels good. Thank you. Thank you. The epitome of garbage in, garbage out, indeed. But the problem is the actual business is good. It is a good business with actual good product, and I believe good people behind it, although I don't know. Hi, Miami Beach. How are ya? We're just bemoaning the state of everything. And we're going to get to talking about this cool balloon project. Salads are delicious. It's true. Word slop. Yeah. Exactly. You AI'd your new website and edited it, and it's awesome. I believe that's possible. I believe that is not the case with this other one. Anyway, I don't want to rant too much. I know I'm an old person already, so I don't need to sound more middle-aged, than I need to be. But But you know what? Let's take a look at the. Would you like to see the video I edited together of the Comic-Con build? This was for Fandom. Fandom is. It's so funny. I know what Fandom is, or I mean, I have heard of Fandom.com because every time I do a balloon character, I pretty much do a search and get sent to Fandom, right? You all know what Fandom is, right? I feel like it's the Wikipedia of characters, right? You know of them. They're basically like one of 3 websites that I get fed on a regular basis by any internet. Yeah, FanWiki, exactly. But you know, I mean, like because they have such high traffic, like they probably do a tidy business in ads. I don't know how internet works. I don't know how money works. Clearly, but they threw a party on an after. I keep calling it an after party. It was after the close of Comic-Con, but it was the first day of Comic-Con. So like sort of a, hey, Comic-Con's starting, we're going to have a party. It started at 7 p.m. and it went till 11 p.m. And for the last hour, All American Rejects played, which was very fun. I'm not a huge All American Rejects fan. They were a little after my time because I kind of checked out of popular culture a bit early, you know. Does anybody do a tidy business? I mean, I don't know. They spent a lot of money on this party. I don't know how else they're making money. Warlith. So, yeah, variant. You do occasionally use AI to generate boilerplate code, but even then you have to debug it yourself, so it doesn't save that much time. Now, would be marketed AI-powered debugging tools. What will solve the problem? The same thing that generated the problem. Who will watch the Watchmen? No, Warlith actually said it best to me. That we're and I don't know. I'm gonna like butcher your very succinct phrase, Warlith, but it's like we're all, you know, driving like a Ferrari, but we haven't invented seatbelts yet. So you know, good luck to us all out there. GLHF. Have fun. Yes, it was at the rooftop of the Hard Rock Hotel. And you'll see this in the video. The way that the rooftop venue at the Hard Rock Hotel is structured, it's basically a courtyard, and the rooftop is the 4th floor, even though the hotel rooms go up quite a few more floors. So there's like a courtyard surrounded on at least 2 sides by like big tower of like hotel room towers. And then there's like the stage, and then there's, you know, kind of open into San Diego, which is really cool. It's a really nice venue. And like, you know, because people will be in their rooms and like there's some balconies and stuff. And even if they're not like, they don't have tickets to the party, it was a hot ticket item. People were like, a couple people on the build had friends who were at Comic-Con. Imagine having friends. And they were like, hey, can you get me into the party? Like we couldn't, that's not our, it's not our bag. Also, we were super busy. But yeah, no, it was a very sought after ticket. But people were like in their hotel rooms watching the concert and the party, which is pretty fun. Oh, is that haiku? Oh, I'm sorry, Minoru. No, I didn't see it. I'm not good at like noticing things. So let's do a quick haiku on Pickle Rick. Because why not? Friends, a haiku has been redeemed. So let's all breathe in. And breathe out. Please compose for us a haiku. That's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables on the topic of Pickle Rick. That's itself 3 syllables. It's Rick, but pickle. I made a balloon of it really early on. Haiku. See if I can find the image of Pickle Rick in the Discord. Thank you, Miami Beach. It's getting there. It's a little, whenever I cut it, these hairs are like What do you mean we have no weight holding us down? Wahoo! And they all just want to like stick straight up. But I'm also like leaning into my cowlick, which is, I don't know if you can tell, my hair just wants to go forward on this side. Weird. I'm glad thank you. You guys are so sweet. Yes, gives you heck. Yeah, All American Rejects have been playing a lot of like fans' houses and bowling alleys. That is kind of cool. Like, I like it. Oh, by the way, they have a Twitch channel and there's like 13 followers. I'm one of them. Go here. Shout out All American Rejects. I think that's the name of the channel. They were last seen streaming no game. I think it might be. Somebody check that that's the right name of the channel. But they have a VOD up of the Comic-Con full concert if you want to check it out. I tried to clip up at the very end of the last song, which was the Hope It Gives You Hell. That one is one of my monsters did a little crowd surfing at the end of that song. It's not super visible, but Tyson, the lead singer, did direct the cameraman to try and get the crowd surfing in the clip. So that's pretty cool. Beastcar, I don't know if it was broadcast to TV. Wahoo! Yeah, your hair makes the same sound. Yeah. Yes. Our hair is all playing Mario Kart. The All-American... Thank you, RC. Okay, let's try that again. The All-American Rejects. I forgot. They only played for 1 hour, from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. I think there was like a hard out at 11 p.m., like sound, things. Something like where they will like fine you if you go over, you know. Rick pickled himself. AI pickles our poems too. Genius preserved wrong. That's Whirlith. Excellent haiku. Beautiful. Anyone else have any haiku they would like to share on the topic of a pickle, Rick? Please feel free to chime in, and I will read that to you. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is play this video now. This is the video. This right here, this first image, is a sketch from Molly Balloons. This is what I was given as like direction. This was the idea, was basically 2 like b-boy monsters, real like in your face. Yeah, sorry, there's okay, real in your face kind of like rascals trying to run around and make trouble. Each of the creations that we were making was supposed to represent a different area of fandom, and the monsters were to be video games, like they were player 1 and player 2, very active, they were getting the party started. Then there was a princess, a beautiful, I think the idea was Princess Peach meets Paris Hilton was the concept for the princess. There was also a giant robot on stilts. The giant robot was more of like a sci-fi thing, right? Obviously. And then there was the giant 4-peg stilt walker beast, which was more of a fantasy. So we had like fantasy, sci-fi, cute girly pop, and like more like in your face monster energy. So they all turned out amazing, and I hope you can see in this video. You saw the balloons in the VOD. Yeah, they're there. Heavenly Tinkers! Thank you for your subscription. Hang on, my alerts are like off the camera here. Why does Shana do it so? Why? Oh, it's because they're... No, where are they? Do I not have alerts on in this one? I heard it. Okay, I don't have them on the screen. Thank you for your subscription. You're amazing. Let me go over here. There it is. Heavenly Tinkers. Okay, I'm going to grab copy And I'll paste it over here too. Paste. Yeah. Okay, now it'll show up. Thank you, Heavenly. I'm so delighted that we have you and your family as our friends. Giant robots are science fiction? Maybe science reality. And gifting a sub to Golganek. Thank you so much. You are awesome. And a reminder, if you have a subscription, if you were gifted, if it's Prime, whatever, you can hop into our Discord and make a subscriber gratitude request. Because of the childcare situation the end of this month, I'm not exactly sure when we'll get to it, but you know me. You know I'm good for it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. That was the last time you were here. Oh, my goodness. Well, welcome back. Okay, so I'm going to open this up here, and we're going to play this video. I don't need to show the pickle, Rick. I got distracted because I'm easily distracted. I don't know if you knew that about me. Here we go, friends. This is my edited video. And I hope that the volume is not too loud. Ready, and go. Oh, we couldn't open it. It's because I changed the name of the file. Hang on, hang on. There we go. That's my sketch. Princess dress, stage 1. That's Tawny. She made the dress. The Stillwalker. Wait, this way. Stillwalker. Yes, Aaron and the Beast. This is the venue. Sound check. Then right off to the side, where they're building. Okay. So that was the lead-in. That was the chaos of the build. And that was like a condensed 2.5 days of building. And I'm going to show you the final deal, what actually ended up happening during the event. This edited video, it's a little longer. It's 2.5 minutes. You ready? Very condensed, very condensed. It's like 36 hours of condensed. Okay, here we go. Ah, that's so good! I saw Rumi! And Rita Rainbow! What? And Dyson Ritter! Robot looks awesome! Look at all the details! There's the monster running between the legs of the beast. That's Greens, one of my dancers. Then I had to fill up helium balloons. Halfway helium, I'll tell you all about that. Fail. dirty little secret. So this is like the setup. Enjoy the show. And I met another roomie in abs. What? Yay! So that was the thing. But thank you. The tongue it was amazing. Those are not condos, Kim. That's actually part of the Hard Rock Hotel. So those are, I guess, like if you're staying at the Hard Rock Hotel, they probably charge more for like courtyard facing rooms because you don't have to, they probably do concerts there a lot. That's like kind of their whole thing. And so you can check out the events and not have to be surrounded by a crush of humanity, which is honestly, as I was there, because we were staged stage right. So see the DJ table there on the edge? We were kind of like behind there. You can kind of see like a big black area behind. There's like a curtain, pipe and drape curtain that was like 10 feet tall. And that was where the stilt walkers would go in to that to like de-costume because they can only be up and walking around for certain short sets and then they'd need to come down and take a break. But meanwhile, my monsters, very, very mobile. They could do a lot. I'm going to see if I can get to there. They were so great. Like, I loved building the monsters. That was very fun. But seeing them on dancers, performers, like interacting with the crowd, it just brings them to life so much more. Balloon costumes are fun. Super duper fun. Yes, Imaginary, 100%. I got to watch, as you could see, that shot of the beginning of the concert because they played Dirty Little Secret was their first song. And that was like me behind the stage, like with my phone. I got to watch a concert, but not be surrounded by people and like beer. It was an open bar. I'm like, I just don't want to, that's not my vibe anymore. I'm a mother. So I like to be kind of like watching things, but still seeing everyone sing the lyrics together is really cool. Comunitas, everyone's there feeling it together and experiencing it together and also not right up in my personal space. Love it. Yeah, Imaginary. Exactly. Were the performers just randos? They were hired, but they were part of the balloon crew. Were they just randos? I mean, like, they were pretty random. Random people make the best balloon performers. But no, Molly Balloons, who was the mad genius behind this whole vision. She is friends with she's the kind of person who makes friends. I've heard there are some people like that out there. And so she is friends with a lot of performers, comedians, dancers. I believe that the princess was she used to be like a Disney Channel actress. I don't know everybody. I think that her prince. So each costume, like my monsters, had their handler. So like this guy, he was so funny, dude. He was hilarious. So they got like a little bit of a balloon accessory, and then because your visibility is so limited, right, with the balloon costume, and so we had so you have to have someone who kind of can tell people to like, hey, it's not so bad with these guys, but when you're a stilt walker, You know, you need to make sure you've got space and that people can get out of your way. He shimmied his way into the party. Heck yeah! Those epaulettes, the balloon epaulettes with all the little dangle bobs, like they move. They add so much visual glory to the party. What is this sorcery? It's balloons, my friend. Balloon sorcery. Oh my gosh, Liz! Liz, you express care so sincerely and beautifully. A new water bottle and a water jug for longer events, maybe? At the P.O. Box tomorrow. Thank you. I will hydrate. You're incredible. Oh, that smell. Yeah, no, I'm not big on. I have nothing against people drinking, you know, responsibly. I think they seem like they're having a lot of fun. I can't handle it. Bright red. So I don't partake, and the smell is not great. The old smell is not so good. Mods are gods. Mods are gods. And Liz, at the top of that pantheon. We love you, Liz. I need some. Speaking of which, I'm gonna self-hydrate. This is for Liz. I mean, in July, but this is in July at night in San Diego. It was so nice. It was like 70 degrees. Maybe a little cooler. There was a breeze. It was I mean, it was much hotter building the things than it was performing in the things. I will say that. So Aaron, the 4-peg stilt walker. I mean, you could never grab a rando and be like, "Hey, do you know how to walk stilts? Like 8-foot tall peg stilts and arm stilts? That would be jabonkers." And then so the princess had the prince was her handler. The robot, we didn't really have a costume for the robot handler, but that was Rob. Rob the balloon guy. We love him. You would get a different show. Yes, yes. Let me just kind of scroll through here and see if there are any like talking points of the. So yeah, they shimmied out there at the beginning of the party. The party wasn't really going yet. Like everyone was kind of. It's so funny. It went from like just a few people, and they're like, "What are these things?" You know, because people they're trying to be cool. It's a corporate event. They're like, what's happening?" But as more people came in, they were definitely like more hype to it. And then that was their whole point was like they were supposed to be getting the party started. They had these go-go platforms on either side of the stage. So my monsters were on these little platforms and dancing during the party. It was great. And let's see. Oh, yeah, I got to meet Rumi. She even had the patterns like drawn on in this like iridescent paint. It was great. Rita Rainbow. Okay, this is the thing I want to talk about. Okay, so I was just going back down to the green room. By the way, very weird green room. And for those of you who aren't a performer, a green room is like what they call generally the space that the performers prepare in, decompress in. It's just like a space that's set aside for the performers and their crew. The green room for us, the 4th floor was the party. We were on the 3rd floor in the spa. But not like a spa, like a how do I say this? It was like I show in the video of the prep I kind of pan, but it was like there was a steam room and like shower stalls and then like bathroom stalls and then like mirrors, like makeup mirrors and like a bench, but it was a big open tiled space. It was super weird cuz like at some point it got very crowded and it's like if you want to use the bathroom, there's like a stall right there, but like everyone is around you. I definitely was like, I used the bathroom early when there was no one in the room. I'm like, this is the time to go. It was a great, very made for performers. I mean, it worked very well. There were kind of a lot of people in it because we weren't the only, we were the biggest. We took up the most space, but there was like cosplayers from How to Train Your Dragon. That were there, and like they had a support crew like setting up an installation. I think there was like a couple video games that had there was like an Elf on the Shelf randomly from that was there. I mean, like, this is Fandom, right? It covers all areas of Fandom. So there was a lot of people there. We kind of had to like keep moving and give everyone space. But everyone loved the balloons. But anyway, so we were in the women's room side of things. But like obviously we have a co-ed team. We were all there. If you go in, there's like a men's room side of things. Well, the men's room side of things was reserved for the band. I go back down. My monsters are already out. They're already partying. I go back down to like get, Molly had asked that I get one more of these curls. See the curl that's on my hat? Another one of those to tie underneath the monster's head because she could see a little more of the neck than she wanted to see. So I go down to get that. And this guy stops me. I didn't even recognize him at first. Whoops. But I mean, like, it didn't take me that long. He's definitely like, looks like a rock star. I don't know if I can, you know. But he was like, hey, are you one of the balloon people? I'm literally like wearing a rainbow jumpsuit with a balloon on my head. I'm like, yes. And he's like, oh man, he's like, I stepped in the room and this smell, and I'm like bracing myself for like, people hate balloon smell, right? He's like, it took me right back to my childhood. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, when I was a kid, like I was, not cool at all. And my parents were like, oh, maybe you should like do balloons. So like I learned how to make balloons. I learned like the dog and like the flower, swords and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was really great. He was actually, he stopped me to talk about balloons, which is like very cool. I didn't stop him to talk about, guitars. And he was like, that's really cool. Like, oh man, like I love it. I just love balloons. And he's like, I can't wait to see what you guys built out there. I'm like, oh, you haven't seen it yet. He's like, I've just seen pieces. I'm like, oh, you're gonna love it. Thank you so much. And then, do you mind if I take a picture? He's like, yeah. So we took a picture. Oh my gosh. So it was really nice. Like, it was a celebrity interaction that was quite lovely. And, there have been a few celebrities who have like come up, who have the other one that I'm reminded of is Jennifer Garner. I did a party where she was at, and she was like, oh, I used to know how to make a balloon dog. I'm like, do you want to try? And she made one. It was great. It was really cool. But I guess, balloons, it's what connects us to one another. Long Beach had the Vans Warped Tour. You had AAR, Dodger Stadium, and My Chemical Romance. It's the When We Were Young tour, except it's all over. It's spreading. The nostalgia is intensifying. Millennial Emo Dream Weekend. Yes, indeed. In fact, I think that their next stop was Warped Tour, which is why their most recent VOD, once again, shout out the All American Rejects. They have a Twitch channel. There was literally 13 followers. I think they start like their first ever stream was this Comic-Con stream. I don't think they announced it at all. When I went, I'm like, wait, they're streaming it on Twitch? And I found their Twitch channel. They had 5 followers, not 5,000, not 500, 5 followers. So I was their 6th follower. Very, very cool. Yeah, All American Rejects, Chaos Child. Well, bye, Flava. We love you. Mwah. So, very cool. Yes, the All American Rejects. So you can be some of their first followers, friends. 19. Okay. Good job, everybody. Good job. Go follow. The story was way more wholesome than it could have been. Indeed, Whirlith. It was a very it was sweet. He was very, very kind, I thought. He could have been like, what the heck is all this nasty latex smell in my green room? Bleh. But they were very, very sweet. No, they're brand new. They're brand new to Twitch. So go follow. And let's see. So we did scrolling through there. There's the princess. So sweet. And then does anybody, this is like awkward for me to say, does anybody recognize her? Apparently she was like a Disney Channel star. Like, and when I'm using the term star loosely, she was on a show on Disney Channel when she was younger. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I think there are a lot. I think the so remember when the when we were young, like concert was at in or festival was in Vegas about the same time as TwitchCon 2.5 years ago. I think that was like that proved to everyone like, oh yeah, no, millennials want to get in touch with the things of their youth, and they are now. It's sort of like when I was young, there was like a big like classic rock, I don't want to say resurgence, but like there was, because it's like now the people who were fans of that music when they were young are the ones who have like jobs and expendable income and will pay for concert tickets. And so, look, culture, it's cyclical and cool. I'm getting random. Yay! Okay, I just got a text from someone, his friend. I don't know, Annie. I'll double check. With Molly. Lone Wolf, you got your shirt today. Fantastic. I hope you like it. Yes, Variant, I'm exactly saying that. There's the Prince. He's a sweetie. Apparently, he's an improviser here in Los Angeles. Oh man, that. I'll turn off the volume on this video so you can play it. The robot came out so cool. Grant is the artist who oops. So yeah, there's the princess dress, so cute. And then the prince, I made his crown and his belt buckle and his little lapel flower. There's the robot. Grant was the balloon artist who made this. I'm going to make sure I make a post in the Discord that links all of the profiles, Instagram profiles of all of the balloon artists who are involved. Rob the balloon guy, you all know, he was the assistant on this build. Grant is the stilt walker in there, and then of course there's my monsters running through the legs of the 4-peg beast. The beast was huge. Look at all those people trying to take pictures of the beast. Amazing. It was just really fun. Green's also an artist, dancer, performer. You know the type where they're like they do all the things. My other monster was a professional breakdancer. Oh, this. Okay. So I'm making helium balloons there, right? So this was the idea. The idea, you can fill a balloon. I posted it to my my stories on Instagram. I don't know if it's still there. But you can fill a balloon with just the right amount of helium versus air. And it will be what's known as neutrally buoyant, where you can let go of it and it will just float in midair. Remember when I made the helium balloon dog that one time, like 4 years ago? Sure you do. So the idea was to make neutrally buoyant large balloons and kind of throw those out into the crowd during the song. That would work great in an indoor space. When you release neutrally buoyant balloons in an outdoor space and someone hits it, boom, they just keep going. So I definitely littered gigantic 3-foot balloons all across the beautiful city of San Diego. So I hope it didn't get in anyone's way. I hope it was wonderfully whimsical when it did eventually lose its helium and like slowly floated down to land on someone's head. But yeah, it again, not my pitch, not my idea, but I was told to do it. I follow orders when I'm on someone else's event, my friends. I follow orders. But so I had to fill these balloons with some helium until you basically fill it with helium until it starts to kind of lift. And then you fill the rest with air. So that's what this part of the video is. Then I'm like, oh, I'm filling with air with the leaf blower. And then I just let it all out. Because you have to start the leaf blower before you open it. Anyway, so this is me actually getting it right. And then we had those hidden in front of the stage. And so when they did that last song, Hope It Gives You Heck, we launched all those balloons out into the crowd. And that's when they sent them into the stratosphere. Not all of them. Some of them were just filled with air. So those ones just got bounced around. Yeah, and then I just loved all the people, in their hotel rooms watching the concert. That would be me. Oh, wait, I didn't even tell you. Okay, I don't know if you can see it from here. But you see, okay, yeah, you can. See how there's this balcony right here? So the door's under that balcony. That's where we would go in to get to the green room and all that jazz. But above that exit, there's a balcony where people who are staying at the hotel can gather. I don't even think that's a room's balcony. It might be one room's balcony though. I don't really know what the layout is. But guess who was in that balcony? I think it'll be easier if I just show you on my phone. I didn't know this at the time, but then as I'm like leaving the Hard Rock, I'm like, okay, it's time for me to go home because I just want to go home. You know, it's been a long 3 days. So we left around midnight, so I got home around 3 a.m. But as we were waiting for our car to be pulled around, this guy stops me. He's like, "Hey, are you SharpBalloons?" I was like, "Yes." And he's like, "I'm Black Bob Ross." What? The Black Bob Ross was there. He was like, I was on the balcony. He's like, I kept trying to get your attention when you were walking through, but you couldn't see me. I'm like, oh my God, no way. But then we ran into each other outside, and this is crazy awesome. He was a part of a team that just won Best in Show at ComicCon. Let's see if I can for their group costume. I'm trying to show you here. Look, they did a The Wiz group cosplay. It is so perfect. It's not as detailed as I could make it, but that's him, Black Bob Ross, as the Tin Man in this group cosplay of The Wiz, and they won Best in Show. Yeah, let's go. So I was so excited that he stopped me because I was like, I'm so exhausted. Friends, you don't know. I had 3.5 hours max sleep the previous night. Had been going since 7:30 a.m. It's midnight. I have a 3-hour drive ahead of me, but I am all like adrenaline. And then I hear, "Are you SharpBalloons?" And I'm like, yes. I'm the Black Bob Ross. Oh my gosh. And then I'll admit it, I'm not like I don't consume a lot of streams. So I did some like afterwards and days after, I'm like looking through his content. He's an incredible creator. He makes all of these incredibly detailed costume pieces without any 3D printing. It is all like handmade, handcrafted labor of love and true art. And so huge shout out to hi Kiri, how you doing? I didn't even see you here. Hello. I'm also going to shout out to, is it the Black Bob Ross or Black Bob? Shoot, I want to make sure I type this right. Let's see. The with the THA. Yeah. The Black Bob Ross. Did I spell that right? I think so. Yeah, no, it's all same, Liz. Hi, Kiri. Hi, Kiri. Oh my gosh. So anyway, highly shouted out. The most high of shout outs. But he was watching the concert and the whole party from that balcony, which is just really cool. Oh man, I loved it. And yeah, then there's just like this huge crowd. Both Molly Balloons and one of my monsters did the crowd surfing. You can't really see it. You could sort of start to see it there, but it doesn't. I cut it off there because I wanted the song to be underneath where Greens. One of the dancers was talking about how the balloons were just like pulled at, and everyone as he's doing the crowd surfing. I built it around a bicycle helmet, so he was, it is strapped to his head. They couldn't take it off, but it stood up. I mean, I know at the end he like breaks the iris there, but and the other iris is flopped off the face. But I think mission accomplished as far as making it last for the whole concert, yeah? Abs! I did not expect him necessarily to do that pose. It was very funny. I was just like, oh, look, he's dressed as Abs. And then I'm like, can I get a picture? And then, boom, I'm like, ah! So funny. And, my son's a huge K-pop Demon Hunters fan. He has told me now that for Halloween next year, he wants to be a Saja boy. So I'm on it. Anyway, that is what I did on my summer vacation. And by vacation, I mean working harder than I'm used to working. Oh, and big shout out to noise canceling headphones. Right before the concert started, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to go back downstairs and grab these. And they worked like a dream. I can still hear, which, is important. Very important. Everybody follow the Black Bob Ross. He truly is an incredible artist, like a really dedicated craftsman, And he's at Comic-Con now, so he's probably got some cool Comic-Con stuff that they're doing. He has this amazing Black Panther costume, and again, all made like by hand. It's just really impressive. Anyway, friends, we are probably going to have kind of a shorter stream today because, again, we have childcare concerns, and we're going to be hopefully coming up. I do feel pretty rested. My wrist was a little sore up until yesterday. Yesterday I had a brace on, but I feel good now. It feels much better. Anti-inflammatories and a brace that just holds it in the right position is the way to go. Thank you. I also love this shirt. It's my Behold shirt. Behold. I can't not point that out. RC's going to be right back. That's totally fine. We'll probably be gone by the time he comes back. But it was very, very fun, and I'm glad that you guys all got to see the build process. Let me see if there's any. I only picked a few photos of everything. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't have everything, but. So let's see here. This was the what Molly gave me. Legs unobstructed, need full movement. Boombox? Question mark. Yes, we made a boombox. Tracksuit with epaulets. Megaphone? No, we ended up not doing a megaphone, but they were cool. So that's the sketch I got. This is the sketch I made based on that sketch where I was like, okay, this is the kind of monster that I see. That was what I was trying to do. And I think like we came pretty close to that eventually. Building the eyes around the quick link head base. So originally, the princess dress, they weren't really sure how they were going to decorate it. It was just kind of like maybe these yellow things. I think I really like what they ended up settling on. And that's Tawny Bubbles, who is my good friend. And we literally both wore lobster motif the second day of the build. Not planned. I have lobsters on my shirt. She has a lobster necklace. It was like, yes, meant to be. I love Tawny. She's one of my favorite human beings on the planet. Yeah, huge success indeed. Oh, all the robot parts. So many robot parts. That's Grant there in the ice-dyed overalls. The Beast. That thing was so cool. There's Rob the balloon guy. There's Tawny working on the dress. I love this shot because everyone was working at a point. That's the shoulder pads for my monsters and the Beast. I didn't tell everyone, okay, I'm going to walk through and just happen to be working on something. They just were. Building in a gigantic warehouse is important when you have a costume that's that tall. And then, of course, the helium strings. I think those had to be replaced on the eventual day of, but we just wanted to make sure that it worked. Totally planned, yes. So this is the room I was talking about where we're kind of in this weird spa room. Oh, and then this is my second monster, the gold tooth monster, before lips. So that's why it looks so weird. But I loved it. I had to get a shot of it. And yeah, before all the chaos, sound check. So this space back here was where all the stilt costumes were being built because they're bigger, so they needed more space than me. I was in like that little spa room, but they were here. But that's also the staging room for catering and the kitchen staff. So they had to build there, move things to the that kind of pipe and drape curtain area on the side of the stage, and then come down to the green room where I was. It was a lot of moving things. I'm glad I was working on one of the smaller projects. And that's just in the green room beforehand with I think that lady is part of the How to Train Your Dragon crew. But they had to cram in our space with us, but they were very sweet and very playful. And they loved the balloons, which is like, what's not to love? Very, very fun. I have even more photos and such. I will try and do like social media posts, obviously. I'm going to try and do maybe some captions on things to like explain what they are. It's so weird, like when you're making something, you're like, I know what that is, but if someone who hasn't been in on the whole process is looking through, they're like, what is, now it's a robot? That's weird. It's weird, right? Nah, it's not weird. Yeah. So that's what we've been doing. Tomorrow might be the zoo. I think that that's what we're probably going to. I'm not making promises, but that's going to be one of the easier things for us to do since we already have, annual passes there, and if we go early enough, it won't be super hot. So tomorrow we'll do an IRL stream from the Los Angeles Zoo. So it's a small zoo. It's I think it'll just be kind of fun and chill to watch, take a look. Zoo trip. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you, you? You can come too, too, too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. Does anybody know? Am I the only one who knows that? Peter, Paul, and Mary? It's fine. I'm old. Fun. So I don't know if that'll be happening exactly at 10 a.m., but when was the last time our stream started exactly at 10 a.m.? It's fine. We're going to get better about it once we're back on the school schedule. You remember that song? Okay, good. So one person in chat knows I'm not crazy. LA Zoo is just so much smaller. It's not as beautiful, but but you can tour it in a day, I think. Yeah, and then we're gonna see animals. Indeed. So I think that's pretty much gonna do it for today. It does get the job done, and the job is introducing children of all ages, let's say, because even grown-ups can use a little bit of reminding that we are not the only species on the planet. I know it's complicated, keeping wild animals in captivity, but also we are a species that has some just outsized power on this planet, and it's good to maintain that sense of wonder and empathy for other living creatures that can sometimes really be driven home by seeing live animals in person. That's tricky when you just look, through a picture book or videos online. When you really, really see them, I think that's the value that zoos bring. So that's what we'll be doing. Oh, you're welcome. Yet it is. I'm glad. Yeah, friends. Thank you for being patient with the weird off-scheduleness of the stream recently. It was so cool to see all of the support that first day of the build when we had like that 6-hour stream, and like we just kept getting raids, and people were really. I don't actually, Liz. If you want to scout something out for me, I would appreciate that. But it was super nice. It was really cool. One of these days, this is my dream for the future, which it is super duper future. I would love to do a large scale project of my own where I can pull in the A team, right? But intentionally stream it. So like you have intentional streams of each. Ooh, thank you, Mr. Sharp. And some Tates from Liz and the OC, who is sending me a replacement water bottle and jug because I left my water bottle in San Diego. You're amazing, Liz. Yeah, the Memento Mori. It was left at someone's house, so my hope is that it is retrievable. But also, hey, Memento Mori, right? We just have to make peace with it reaching the end of its journey with me. Nothing quite like having a giraffe lean down to look at you. Exactly. Ooh, yeah. Arakuya. Let's go. Am I pronouncing that right? Arakuya. That sounds awesome. Oh, that was good. Mr. Sharp made a good iced coffee. So anyway, my vision is if we did like a big balloon build, maybe a fashion show, maybe like an interactive kids thing. I don't know, because that would have to be something that worked with my brand, right? But have stations where people are building things, but have cameras on each station, and then schedule in times where people can come and do like interacting with chat, because obviously it's hard to interact with chat while you're building solid, but like if you're like, hey, and then there's going to be a 15-minute break where you sit down and actually read chat and talk to them and answer questions that they have about the process that they've been been witnessing. I think that would be really cool and good stuff to talk about. I don't know, and edit down eventually. And yeah, just like really document the whole process, because I was trying. Oh, okay. Bel Beeps is Puerto Rican, not Aracuya. Okay. Hiding as more bad political news is coming to light. Axelrod, yeah. Find those sparks of joy and cling to them. Finding things that make you happy. It is a form of self-care, and self-care is an act of rebellion in this world. I believe that. And also still do true acts of rebellion. Love the Instagram stories. They did have fun. Oh my gosh. The band actually helped to pop the dress afterwards. That was when we were leaving. I was like, "Oh, this looks like fun, but I got to go." So exhausted. Oh, we've been to Delio Mac recently. I do love Delio Mac. He is incredible. He's like a grandpa wood carver who carves in the very traditional sense, like these reliefs. You know what a relief is. And if not, highly recommend to Delio Mac. But yeah, we went there. I want to say like maybe within the last 2 weeks. No. It's you have great taste, Liz. No need to apologize. No, we'll do Arakuya, unless of course they stop streaming in the time that I'm just like rambling here. You owe me a hydrate. It's out of stock. That's weird. I'm gonna hydrate. I think that's a Twitch thing, but I'll hydrate anyway. Ooh, Amy Roberts! You're gonna get your shirts! Thank you to RC Maniac. I know he has work meetings. He's not here, but maybe he'll watch the VOD. RC, thank you so much for those the merch drops during our build stream. That was fantastic. It was incredible. And Let's see here. Is there anything else? I just want to, I feel like there's so much other things. So many things I had to choose between when I was like putting together these videos. Oh, I wanted to show you about I didn't show as much of the Beast Stiltwalker, but there was one video I have that I thought was really interesting. So the Beast, let's see, is this it? No, that's not it. Twitch mobile bug. Ah, rats. If someone redeems at the same time, it's bugs for you. Well, thank you, Axelrod. Thank you. Bugs for you, my friend. Is this the one in? They all kind of start with like me looking at the band, and so is this where the no. 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 Oh man, there was a YouTuber who kept annoying me. I won't say his name, but man, super annoying guy. Sorry, I know this is like super exciting. Oh, where is it? So the stilt here, I'll just say what it was. The Stiltwalker, the Beast Stiltwalker. It's obviously like a really difficult to see. A costume is very difficult to see what you're doing in. I think this is it. No, it's not. And so the handlers for the Stiltwalker, they kind of looked like, you know, monks in black robes, kind of with staves. Staves, is that the plural? Walking around. And one of the, I don't know where it is. I'll find it. One of the I noticed that one of them had one that had like LED lights on the top of it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Kind of looks like it's glowing, you know. But mostly the stick was black, but it had a section that was like 6 inches ish of LED lights. But then I noticed that the bottom of the staff at the ground also had a 6-inch LED section, and he was using it to place on the ground in front of the Stiltwalker, so that the Stiltwalker, who's wearing a fencing helmet where the Beast's head is built around, right? So the Beast's head is out here, but the Stiltwalker's looking down. He can see, because it's dark and it's crowded and noisy, and your senses are a little assaulted. He can see this bright strip of LED lights on this pole that kind of guides him in the direction he needs to go. Brilliant. I mean, I'm sure that they didn't come up with that. This staff obviously exists, but I just thought that was so smart. Isn't that cool? Yeah, like a guided beacon, because he's like literally up there. His butt was 7 feet in the air. So like that, and then like the top of him, and then the costume, he was like 9 to 10 feet tall, and on peg stilts, not the kind that has a foot on the bottom. Those are like drywall stilts or Bigfoot stilts. He was on peg stilts. So you have to keep moving on peg stilts because you can never truly keep your balance. With 4, you can kind of, if you post up, you know, but it's tricky. It's a talent. It is a skill. And in the dark, surrounded by people and potential lawsuits, you really want to make sure you know where you're going. So it was really cool. Sarah Yogi, oh, we're wrapping it up. But hello, it's so nice to see you. I'm going to post these videos in the Discord that are like recap videos of the Comic-Con build. Mwah, it's so good to see you. Be safe. Be safe. Be well. Low-tech safety gear. Super important. I like it not being me on the line, you know. Did he need a balloon hammer bonk? He did. At some point, I was just like, I'm going to stand on this side of the security guy, and it's not as big of a problem. Weird. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out and being here. And Hopefully, we'll get some Pokemon balloons back into the mix. I also made some. Where's my other ladies? I did a very simple K-pop demon hunters, like Huntrix design. I can't find. They're a little deflated, but this is Zoe and this is Mira, and I have a Rumi somewhere, but I might do those as a good as a next time we do a balloon, actually twist a balloon on stream, which is like who knew we do that here. Rachel, darling, no thank you, no thank you. Okay, one more time. I'm just gonna play one more time. I know. I can't help myself. I put a lot of time into making this edit, so. The build procedure. Arakuya is a VTuber doing mythical animal-looking art, or Cotton Candy Kobold, variety streamer making candy. Ooh, both good. Liz, thank you. You go. Thank you. You're incredible. You do too much. Too much. We love you. We'll do Arakuya, but the Cotton Candy Kobold sounds cool. I'm going to follow them for sure. And drink my coffee. Thank you, Annie. Oh, they all, Axelrod, nothing lasts. And also, we don't get attached to it in the balloon world. We know it's not long for the world. That's it's something about the memento mori, right? Balloons are not made to last. They're meant for the moment. For the moment to be fun, like they made this moment super fun. So cool. Rumi! That was so cool! Okay. I'm gonna put in the raid. Et in balloonia ego. I love it. Is that really what that means, Variant? I need that. I need that. Shana. Okay. It's the raid message and the sub-raid message. Copy and paste. Oh, Axelrod! I'm excited. Be like that guy. Be like that guy. Hope it gives you heck. Hope it gives you heck. I being death. Nice. So death is the one saying it. I love that. What's it from? Abs. All right, friends, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are going on a raid now. We're going to raid out to Arakuya, working on some mythical animals. Thank you so much. Remember to get your subscriber gratitude requests in. I don't know when we're going to get to it. IRL stream tomorrow.